Hi, I'm Sander from Infinity Skies, and this is 26 Questions with Sander.
Hey, what's happening, you guys? We're doing another giveaway that started on March 18th and will last until March 25th. There's a pool of MEXC tokens worth $100,000. Each winner will get $10 in the equivalent of MEXC tokens. To participate in this giveaway, all you need to do is use the QR code that you see on your screen or the link down in the description box and register with MEXC.com. And then make your first time deposit in the crypto of your choice, but it should be at least $50. Only the first 10,000 users who sign up with MEXC.com by using the QR code or the link down below and buy some crypto in the equivalent of $50 will be eligible to receive the $10 MEXC bonus. So hurry up and get started. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for more, smash the like button, and enjoy the video. Hey Sander, welcome to the interview. Glad to have you today. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad. Thank you for asking. The community is eager to know what your project is about, to get more into the details. They have questions piled up that they would like to ask you. If you're ready, I can go ahead and we can start, tackling them one by one.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. So the first question that the community has for you, where did you get the project name? What does it mean to you? And why did you choose this name for your project?
Yeah, so basically the Infinity Skies as a project name comes from the world's lore, which has been under development for over 5 years now. It started out as lore for a book as we started working on Infinity Skies, which is a section of this greater world that is ruled over one of the prominent gods of the lore, named Melsar, and that allows past mortal souls to build castles in his realm for his personal glory. But the less lore-centric perspective of the name indicates the amount of infinite possibilities players have when making their castles, infinite amount of castles that the game will support.
I see. Okay, that's an interesting concept. Yeah, and I like how they're hovering over in the air above the clouds, each piece of land. That's pretty neat. Speaking of which, is there, when you play the game, because I actually personally haven't tried the game, when you play, is it like you move from this piece of land to the other, you kind of fly over it, or how does that work?
Yeah, basically the transportation between every island has to have a portal on top of it, and once you enter that portal you go to the world map where you can see all the plots of land owned by the players, and you can click on those that specific player-owned islands.
What is the end goal for this game? Like, what would the player try to achieve when playing?
So the main goal of this game is really choose it to be. We set out a couple of things that are doable within this game, which is of course the whole building system, the socializing system, and we kind of set the ultimate goal to becoming the king or queen of Infinity Skies, which basically means that you win the monthly competition for votes on the leaderboard. Votes are accumulated by visitors coming to your castle and leaving what's called a prestige point, which is kind of this thumbs up, if you will. They liked your castle, and then that will rank you on the leaderboard. If you end up as number 1, 2, or 3, you'll become king or queen for a month, and that can be considered the ultimate goal if that's what you're going for. You can have many other goals as well.
Can somebody come in and destroy your castle?
There's at the moment no destroying or player versus player in a negative manner at the moment. There's an element of competition in those monthly elections and whatnot, but not directly combat related, be or destruction.
Yeah, okay, so it's peaceful. Alrighty, cool. Moving on with question number 2. What made you want to create a game like this?
This game was initially inspired by a game called Habbo Hotel, which is this old 2000s game where people were in the browser, they owned their own hotel room, and they could visit each other and look at the decorations that they had put up in their hotel room. From there, we took many other inspirations. For example, games like The Sims, where our building system is very similar to that. But we also took inspiration for the adventure mode, which is more Diablo-esque or Hades-like. So we took lots of different inspirations, and it's quite simple. The reason why we chose this kind of building style game is because we felt the real opportunity for digital ownership is the same as it is in the real world. Like your things that you have in your home, those are usually your most prized possessions. So we felt like that would be the best translation of having NFTs in this digital space where you can build your own home and have your valuables there.
Right, so The Sims was relevant after all. Okay, see, that's part of the inspiration. Got it, because I first thought like, what does Sims have to do with this? But okay, now it makes sense. How complex is the learning curve to play Infinity Skies?
That kind of depends on the part of the game that you're trying to master. We've designed the building aspect in such a way that it's easy to pick up on for everyone, but the more creative you want to be, the more skilled you have to become with the tools that we hand you. But for adventure mode, for example, this is kind of a high difficulty level right from the start. This is more similar to games like Dark Souls, where you struggle at the beginning, and as you learn the mechanics of the game, you'll get better and better at it, and you'll finish the adventure mode more smoothly.
What are the major features or benefits of your project that set it apart from others on the market?
Right, so our main benefit or feature, if you like to call it like that, would be that really keep in mind what makes a good MMO, which is thinking about the types of players that play MMOs. There are many different types, and for this there's an interesting design model. It's called Bartle's taxonomy, which is describing 4 different types of MMO players. First of all, you have the killer, which is a player type who enjoys competition and acting upon other players. For this we have, of course, the castle building competition built into our design, which really empowers those types of players to compete against other players and basically feel better than these other players. Then secondly, you have the socializer player type, which according to research, by the way, is the largest demographic MMO players. So these players, they enjoy interacting with other players. And for this, we have many mechanics such as friend lists, guilds, face-to-face chatting with your avatars, doing fun emotes such as dancing, waving, and also of course hosting feasts within your castle, which is basically this digital party where you can have a lot of people over. Then we also have a focus for the achiever, which is the third type of player from Bartle's taxonomy, and this kind of player really enjoys mastering aspects of the gameplay and acting upon the world. And for this we have an entire achievement system in mind, that these kind of players are constantly being engaged with things to master, with things to achieve. And of course, the adventure mode also plays into this, where people can really master their skills there and get satisfaction as an achiever player type. And then lastly, there's the explorer. And the explorer is a player who likes to interact with the world, with the things around it, the story, how this thing came to be. Those are the kind of things an explorer would ask himself. And for these kind of players, we have a very expensive narrative, like I already mentioned before. It's a narrative that's at least 5 years in the work already, and that will be explorable through many interactions with different of the furniture or decorations objects in the world, but also a large part of that narrative will be revealed through playing the adventure mode.
Very well. How will you meet the expectations of your users?
So for this, the most important thing is that we work hard and what we're passionate about. And of course, we listen constantly to the community's feedback to see what their needs and asks are. And we've done this from the beginning, and this is the main reason why we felt it was important as well to release a demo version of the game, so that people can get to playing that version already and give us this very crucial feedback, which ensures our capability to meet the expectation of the users.
What are Infinity Skies focusing on right now? Building and developing products, or getting customers and users or partnerships?
So at the moment, our main priority right now is building community and developing the game. So we're really working hard on making sure that we hit the deadlines for the development and that the players can get their Infinity Skies game within time. And at the same time, we're building up this community, getting people engaged. We're following along with our development process. When it goes live, the community can jump on the game and enjoy it.
Could you explain more on the adventure mode for Infinity Skies?
Yeah, the adventure mode is classic dungeon crawling roguelike, which is inspired by games such as Diablo and Hades. And basically you start off an adventure by going into what's called a trial. And a trial has a specific theme to it, but every trial ultimately has 5 different stages that you have to fight your way through. And as you fight your way through to the exit of the stage that leads to the next stage, you fight enemies using weapons and abilities, and you can find new weapons and abilities and other equipment along the way from various objects or treasure chests chests within the different stages. And at the end of each stage, you get to choose a new ability that you can use to further strengthen your character build with. And basically the combination of all these different weapons and abilities allow you to make specific builds that really have great synergy together. And the better you do that strategizing around your build, the further you'll most likely will make it.
So basically in the adventure mode, you can actually fight.
Yeah, exactly. This adventure mode will have is very much combat centric.
Cool. Moving on with the rest of the questions. Question number 8. Infinity Sky is inspired by The Sims. So is it possible to create personal characters?
Oh yeah, definitely. We make sure that every part of your character can be customized. So really we have NFTs for hairstyles, for faces, leg wear, boots, gloves, chest wear, really you name it. And it's an NFT that you can customize your character with.
Could you tell us more about your partnership with Infinity Force and how would it help Infinity Skies and change the gameplay?
Yeah, so Infinity Force is a building platform. It's building a platform where games are featured and guilds can collaborate easily. And our partnership aim really is to bring more users to Infinity Skies and provide guilds with a platform that makes it easier to conduct their business in regards to Infinity Skies. However, our gameplay remains unchanged by this partnership.
Where can I buy Infinity Skies NFTs and how can the rarity of NFTs benefit the players?
So at the moment, there are no NFTs of the Infinity Skies collection live, except for our monthly banknote giveaway NFTs. And these banknotes function as vouchers that can be exchanged for the actual NFTs once the main collection goes live. These banknotes are already on OpenSea, so if you would like to get some of those, you can go to OpenSea, do that collection, and basically grab some banknotes for yourself. Alternatively, you can participate in the monthly giveaway event and get them that way as well. In terms of how rarities can benefit the players, yeah, that's really what the word says. The higher the rarity, the scarcer NFT is, and as such, more limited demand will be for that NFT. So it will be probably more valuable than other rarities.
Okay, so I basically typed in Infinity Skies and I got here, and these would be the banknotes, right?
Yeah, these come in 3 different rarities. You have the bronze banknote, the silver banknote, and the gold banknote. And once the main collection goes live, you can exchange these for these crystals. So you have a bronze crystal, silver crystal, and a gold crystal. And these are essentially what you could take a look at is like mystery boxes, if you will. So they can contain any rarity of NFTs that you can actually use to build your castle with. And the higher the rarity of the crystal, the higher the rarity of NFTs it can contain. So for example, the gold banknote can be exchanged for a gold crystal, and a gold crystal can yield up to divine rarity NFTs.
Moving on with the rest of the questions. When playing the adventure mode, which side is better? Well, that's subjective, of course, but that's the question. Order or chaos?
Yeah, so basically we have this order and chaos mechanic where you can align your character with either order or with chaos, and both sides gives you different benefits. And we try to make this as balanced of a mechanic as possible, of course, and no side is necessarily better than the other. However, they both offer bonuses that can be very strong when used well. It all depends on which one has the most synergy with your current run's build and which one doesn't. So chaos revolves more around randomness, how to gain better control over that randomness during combat, whereas order is all about making combos with your moves. Yeah, how different weapons play into that, of course, different for each run, but both options are really viable.
Does the game consume much of players' time? How many hours do I need to spend in a day on the Infinity Skies game?
So once again, that's really up to you. Like I said, in Infinity Skies, you set your own goals. So you can say, I want to socialize 10 minutes a day, and you can get rewarded for it by just visiting other people's feasts, and you'll get NFTs for that. So that's totally fine. You can also say, I want to build onto my castle for today, and you spend an hour building your castle, and then maybe you host a feast afterwards, which takes 30 minutes of your time. So those are all different ways of playing it. Adventure mode also it usually finish one complete adventure. Will usually take you up to 1 hour, but you can, since it's highly replayable, you can also choose to do multiple adventure attempts in a row, easily spend 8 hours a day. Of course, we do recommend moderation, but it is possible.
Okay, great. What is the ultimate goal of the game? How do we win the game? Actually, I asked a similar question in the beginning because I guess that's more of an old school question. Like there's like you kill the boss and the game ends. But this, in your particular case, is different. And perhaps you might want to add something to that, which you already answered.
What I already kind of said, or like the ultimate goal would be to become king or queen through this whole voting and leaderboard system. Another goal could be for you to just collect the coolest NFTs that there are, of course, and build as pretty of a castle as you can according to your own standards, regardless of what other people think of it. That can be a goal as well. Or your goal can be to grind the adventure mode endlessly and earn NFTs by doing that. So it's really what your ultimate goal is in this game.
That's very cool. Who is the leading competitor of Infinities, guys, in the blockchain market? And what are the strengths to help the project overcome competitors?
I always find this question a little bit funny because it's in this space kind of hard to say who your competition and who isn't, because first of all blockchain games, they kind of work together towards this common goal, which is crypto adoption. Say you put that aside and look at which games are similar and thus competition, then there are just so many games out in the market that incorporate some elements of building or socializing or combat through like this adventuring, but none of them combine them quite in the way that we do, where it's all together in one big MMO. That's really what sets us apart, I would say. The way we combine all these different elements of like socializing or venturing with combat and building your own thing, that's really what sets us apart.
Do I have to have ISKY tokens to be able to play games on your platform? In the game, what type of payment does Infinities guys use to make it easier for players? And will there be an option to connect Metamask and Wallet Connect while playing?
Yeah, you don't need to have the tokens in order to play the game. We specifically decided to make no paywall for entry into the game because we've seen this with many projects in the crypto space, and we kind of saw it as one of the biggest flaws of the space at the moment, where it's very paywall focused. People have to put some money up in front in order to play a game. So what we really wanted to focus on instead is making our token a utility for this player-driven economy rather than it being an entry fee. So yeah, you can buy NFTs with the ISKY token on the marketplace called the Infinity Exchange, but you wouldn't be buying it from us. You would be buying it from another player. And how did these other players get these NFTs? Well, by playing the game, which you can do as well for free. And you can start earning these NFTs and sell them to other players. And the token is really just like it is in the real world, a means of exchange between these goods, between different players.
Question number 16. Can you tell us about some of your partners and who you plan to collaborate with in the near future?
So some of our partners are Jump Capital, OKX Blockstream Ventures, Sky Vision Capital, StableNode, Gate.io, DAOmaker, of course MEXC, and many, many more. And there's really honestly too many to list them all at the moment, but approximately it's about 30 partners at the moment, and we have a full list of them on our Discord, so you can go and check that out. We'll also soon have a new website update with a About Us page where all these partners are listed. So there will be a lot of information on this on our website. For right now, you can go to Discord. About new partners, at the moment, I can't really comment on that, fortunately.
Okay, thank you. Question number 17. How many thousands of NFT banknotes did you print, and how many would you hand out or give away in total? And explain, please, most important vision of a team approach to create a conducive NFT space for the future.
Basically, we're doing this event monthly where we give away the banknotes. So at the beginning of each month, the March one is actually next Monday. So if you stay tuned to our Twitter, you can actually participate in it. We distribute 1,000 banknotes to the people that signed up for the whitelisting through our Twitter. And these will be distributed then to people using their whitelist to go to our website and mint these banknotes. So that's 1,000 each month. At the moment, we've done 3 of these whitelist events. So at the moment, there are 3,000 banknotes that can be in supply at MEXC. After Monday, that will be 4,000. And the plan is to keep doing this all the way up to game launch, which is around the third quarter of this year. This is kind of to create this conducive NFT space. There is already a starting supply of NFTs for people to at least start playing with as soon as the game goes live. And once it is live, this kind of system gets replaced by just playing the game and earning the NFTs in that way.
Makes sense. Will there be a public offering for Infinity Skies? How do we get tokens in the fastest way during the early bit?
The ISKY token is already live on Polygon. The IDOs were in January, but so if you want the token, you can get it right now for pretty cheap actually on MEXC, Gate or QuickSwap. If you want quick links to those, you can just go to our website, infinityskies.io, and there's 3 symbols there that will take you right away where you need to be.
Very well. Many games don't support mobiles, and that reduces the attraction of many players around the world. Can I play Infinity Skies on mobile and on PC? And is there a version for Android and iOS?
Right. So basically when we did our market research, we found out PC is the largest market for MMO building games of our kind. And as such, we decided to go there first. So now, unfortunately, at the moment, Infinity Skies will be Windows and macOS exclusive, but we do keep our options open to expand to bigger markets with Infinity Skies in the distant future.
And the last question for today for you, Sander, is can you talk about the future plan of Infinity Skies and how can I contribute to the development of Infinity Skies?
Our future plans, first of all, are to do a land sale next month, which is pretty exciting. We'll also be launching our NFT marketplace and full collection shortly after, so that people can start exchanging their banknotes for NFTs and begin the actual process of hoarding the main collection NFTs for when the game launches in third quarter. From there until the end of the year, we have some big patches planned that will make the gameplay significantly more full-fledged. And then in 2023, we'll be supporting the game and releasing adventure mode as well. So stay tuned for more news on this, I would say. How you can at the moment best contribute to development is go to our Discord, join in the conversation going on there, play our demo and give feedback so that we can improve upon the design.
Right. And we also will put the links down below for each of these social media down in the description box so you guys can check it out and be up to date with what's going on with Infinity Skies. Alrighty, cool. So we covered all the 20 questions from the community, which was nice. Sander, thank you for answering those. And guys, if you saw your question on the screen, that means you're the lucky winner and you can claim your reward by following down below the instructions in the description box. Okay, Sander, now it is your turn to ask your 6 questions back to the community so they can earn additional rewards.
So question number 1. One of our 4 pillars in Infinity Skies is building. What are the other 3 pillars? And then question number 2, according to our white paper, what are the 8 rarities of our NFTs? And question number 3, what is our native token? Question number 4, what chain is ISKY on? Question number 5, according to our white paper, what is the percentage of our recycle feature? And the last question, according to our roadmap, when will our land sales happen?
Nice. Guys, if you want to earn additional rewards, you can go ahead and do your research and then answer down below in the comments. We will check your answer. If you provided the correct answers, that means you can earn that additional reward. For now, this is it. Sander, thank you so much for coming over to the interview today and providing so many great insights about the project. It was very nice. I really like the concept. I'm actually, well, I wouldn't call myself like a professional gamer or whatnot, but you know, I play from time to time and I definitely caught my attention and I really like the concept. And I wish you success with that as it goes and evolves further. But for now, for everyone who's watching, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment down below, and also share this video. Thank you once again, Sander.